All right, tumalizie na what's your name? Tuambie and then be so brief tukimalizia.
Asante sana kwa nafasi. Kwanza niwapongeze vijana wenzangu. Niwapongeze sana vijana wenzangu kwa kujitokeza kwa wingi, sababu tunaonyesha kwamba tunajali anything that is happening in this country. Yeah? So my first question will go directly to Mr. Wakili about the bill. How is this law going to ensure that there is strict balance between the freedom of speech and the consequence that is going to be taken? And of course, when you said, what are these procedures that are going to be taken to do the analysis of checking this content on the net, and at what extent will you decide, okay, let's take this content down? And then the last one is about social media. I wanted to ask about whether people who are indirectly involved, like people reposting, or let's say liking or commenting, or contributing in any way. How are they going to face the same repercussion as their own?
Thank you. Makofi kwake.
Mko salama? Now, I have just one quick thing to say. To the members of parliament, kindly understand that Kenyans right now are in a position of a deficiency of trust. And that is why the reactions are the way they are right now. That does not mean that they are not willing to hear, but it's just that deficiency of trust. But also, to the Kenyans, please, let us understand that laws are not made the way sisi tumezoea, ambao baba yangu nyumbani ama mama yangu nyumbani anasema hii ndio sheria na ninafaa kutii. There are ways in which laws are made that, yes, we do understand that there are laws that have been made ambazo zimetukandamiza sisi na zimepita. Lakini sikiza kile kiko kwa hii amendment, sio kile umeona kwa social media. Because fact remains, I have been a victim of misinformation myself. If you know, you know. But the fact remains, that misinformation is the one that is going to itakuchimbia kaburi. Tukiwa hapa tuko pamoja, we are riled up, tunakubaliana, tunakubali. When you walk outside that door, the law will deal with you individually. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Answering once you finish. See, it's time to answer things.
Okay. Haya, Mheshimiwa Mbunge wa Lang'ata.
We have agreed that newspapers cannot be the only way the government talks to its people, more so when you're now talking about digital age like where we are. So it's also an easy thing for us to also go back to the committees. We put up maybe the top 10 or top 20 YouTube channels or top podcasts, so that they are put on a budget whenever the government wants to advertise and get to its people. But also, when that happens, that Alex is advertising a government issue, it is for your information. Yes, he's been paid by the government. That does not mean that now he is government. You get what I mean? Kwa sababu, you nowadays see, an artist has been called to perform at a national function. Everybody is trolling them for working with the government there. Then it becomes an issue. That person trolling that artist, the mother is a teacher working for the government. So, it is a very thin line. So let's all agree that we can go out there and talk to the digital team, with the government, to be able to put up a list of top YouTube channels, top Instagram pages, top influencers to be used to also send messages out there for the people. Thank you so much.
I will be very brief, and I want to see you when we are talking. Is it to let you know that we are squarely in what is called the fourth industrial revolution. It is a big revolution. It is going to bring disruptions in every sector. Kama uko agriculture, you must know now that you are going to be dealing with agri-tech. If you're in education, it is edu-tech. If you are in finance, it is financial technology and fintech. So we are squarely in a totally new world. Now, like every technology, this technology called the fourth industrial revolution, AI, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, the Internet of Things, all these things is bringing to us very great promise. We will be able to do very great things. But just like any technology, it brings promise, but it also promises peril. So the technology that we have is just like your knife. A knife can cook dinner, but the same knife can stab an individual. So let me leave it at that. I want to thank you all for this forum. It is to understand that at times an opinion can be taken to be a fact, but an opinion can never change the fact. The fact that something is popular does not make it right, and what is right is not necessarily popular. Thank you very much.
Here is very true that actually Kenya is #1 in the whole world. Imagine, in the whole world, in consuming ChatGPT. In the whole world. Another one, which came out I think last year, that actually Kenya is #1 in the whole world when it comes to social media consumption. So dunia nzima tunaongoza katika social media consumption. Can you imagine? So that tells you that katika social media consumption Wakenya wengi zaidi wako pale. So I want to agree with everyone who's saying that easy information kutoka kwa serikali pia zikienda kwa social media itafikia Wakenya wengi hata zaidi. Tumkaribishe MP Kitoo jamani.
Thank you very much. I just want to make 1, 2, 3, 4 comments. Maybe to add on what Makide has just mentioned is that besides the consumption of access to internet and social media platforms, we are also, as a country, on top of the chart on the usage of cryptocurrency. Tuko pale juu, so Wakenya ni moto sana. We are not a joke in that space. And so when KJ says that we are in the fourth industrial revolution, Kenyans are that aggressive in that space. And therefore, when I made my introduction before, I told you, I am not only a legislator, I am also a techpreneur. This is my space. This is also where I intend to make, a bit of unga out there. And that is where you yourselves also are in that space. And therefore, if I am a legislator, I will not allow anybody to guard that which I'll be using to feed on myself. Are we together? Secondly, friends, mimi nataka niwaombe, Wakenya wote, tafadhali, it is not that it is you versus us. We are here together as a team. I am a brother to a number of us that are here. I am an elder brother. I am younger to some of you. I am a father. All right? So we are one unit. It is not that anything that we do necessarily must be negative. I told you, when this bill came, mimi nilifungua macho yangu yote. Kwa sababu niliona mambo yenye naongea mambo ya terrorism namna hii, nikaongea mambo ya religious extremism. I really wanted to know what is this thing that we have to process as a committee, and I'm seated there on behalf of many of you to process through. So when I've seen some questions or some comments from some of us here. To some of you, mimi ningetaka bado niombe kidogo, fanya research kiasi. Na ya pili, when you're given a half glass of water, don't just look at the empty bit. Also consider the other bit yenye iko. Lakini kwa Baba Ziri, Dr. Baba Ziri or something? Baba Zuri. Yeah. You mentioned that yes, it's important for us to also amend the law to be able to accommodate the changing times anyway, of also disseminating information, some of those adverts. Sasa hata mimi ninaogopa saa zingine, because when you bring in the amendment bill, where unaweza salimiwa and you really even meant well. So you have to be very careful on what law you bring. And this also becomes retrogressive in our country, because we can take ourselves back instead of progressing and protecting ourselves and also make ourselves be competitive in the world. Ya mwisho, I agree, Jalas and my chairman, Kiarie, we have to move across the country. Mimi naona vile kila mtu ako hapa somewhat, they are now satisfied because they have analyzed yale tumesema, wanaona kwa act, wanaona also it meant well. Hata mimi, I was also very careful. By the time I voted for this bill, I will vote with all my blood because I know it is meant for good. Lastly, this is a private member's bill. It is not a government bill. Umeelewana? So ukiona jambo, hata wewe ukikuja sasa hivi unaniambia mweshi, naona kuna kitu hapa nataka tubadilishe kama bill. So I will take it as a private members bill. Kama hiyo nimesema hata hii ya kutumia this other space to make the advertisement. So we bring it as a private, can come as a private members bill. Na mimi nisukume mara moja namna hii, tuwaite, tuone kama mnakubali na ipitishwe. Please Kenyans, let us also be fair for the government of the day. Tusikue tu wahoga sana, tuone yale kama yale mabaya semeni hiyo ni mbaya. Lakini ile pia mazuri sema pia hapo mmejaribu kidogo. Ama namna gani? Mungu awabariki sana, asanteni. Thank you.
Out yangu, first of all, lazima tuwe tunaweza kukubali as a people that huyu anaweza kuwa na maoni tofauti, nimesikia huyu pia na maoni tofauti. Sote tukubaliane kwamba maoni tofauti yanakubalika. Ukweli urongo? Kweli. Maoni tofauti yanakubalika. Ukweli urongo? Kweli. Muhimu ni kwamba tunasikia yale maoni. Number 2, I think it is important kufanya hii forum katika maeneo mengi. Kweli urongo? Kweli. All right, number 3, I want to say a big shout out kwa wale wote ambao wana watch pia katika online. Asanteni sana. Niseme makofi pia kwa ndugu yangu ambao amekuja hapa leo. Why makofi yake jamani. Pia kwake Obina. Kwake wakili Mugendi. Big sponsor mwenyewe MP kutoka Wajir East. Makofi of course kwake na Goreti MP chairman pia makofi sana kwake.